Okay, up to speed now. He may be a household name in the US, but fame and fortune can't remove Russia's place in the heart of one world-class sportsman. Hockey superstar Aleksandr Ovechkin now reveals more about the man behind the skates to RT.
I am joined today by Alexander the Great. Well, at least that's how he's known in the hockey world. Not surprising considering Aleksandr Ovechkin is the National Hockey League's most valuable player. Thank you so much for speaking with me today. Now, I think it's safe to say that you're not just a hero to millions of hockey fans, but also somebody that people look up to who was courageous enough to leave his home at a fairly young age, to leave a familiar language and culture and come to the United States. Can you take me back to that time when you just came here?
It was a really hard time for me, because when you come to a new country when everything is fine back home, it's hard emotionally and psychologically. But when I came here, I was immediately cheered up by the chief manager and the owner of the club. The team welcomed me warmly, and I started feeling at home.
How did you learn English?
Bad.
No, it's not bad.
I can speak English, but if I have a chance, I try to speak in Russian.
What is the biggest cultural difference that you encountered that was like so huge from Russia to America?
Well, it's the usual story. People are completely different. Everybody here lives by the rules. If they're told to cross the street in a certain place, they will cross it at that certain place, even if they have to walk 2 kilometers to it. Everything is by the rules. Drivers are a little bit different, funny. You get used to it, but try not to mention it and live the way you are used to.
Do you go back to Russia a lot?
Only in the summer.
What do you miss most about it? The food, the people?
Of course, I miss my friends and relatives. But mostly I miss the atmosphere that I was used to. The adrenaline that is always there in Moscow, when you always have to go somewhere, to be in a hurry. Here, everything is quiet.
What about food-wise? Some borscht, borodinsky bread, I heard?
Yeah, that I miss too. But my parents, when they go to Moscow, they always bring me back borodinsky bread. They cook borscht, so it's okay.
Well, as I was preparing for our interview doing research, I came across a website and it said, Aleksandr Ovechkin would like to dress you. So quite a catchy phrase there, and I understand that besides hockey you have some projects in the works. Tell me a little bit about Ovechkin's Street Collection.
Well, it's a simple collection for young people who just wear simple t-shirts or pants. Nothing special like fancy clothes. Just interesting sports clothes. Cool, that you can wear to hang out and they'll look good.
What made you want to get into fashion? Was this something? It seems so far from the hockey ring.
It's just that I like clothes. I'm kind of crazy for things like that. I like to go shopping, like to buy good expensive things that look great on me. I like it when people are dressed well.
Are the stores better here in Moscow?
Moscow.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite designer?
Dolce.
Oh yeah? Why is that?
I don't know, because every time I wear their t-shirts, I don't need anything to be altered to fit me. I feel comfortable.
Now, before you had all this style, before you had Dolce, I understand that at the tender age of 2, you were in a toy store back in the Soviet Union, and you grabbed a helmet and a hockey stick, as your parents saying. You refused to let go.
It was a really long time ago, so I don't really remember if it's true or not. But if my parents say that, then it happened.
Going back to your childhood, do you feel that hockey was always in your blood? Did you see yourself doing this in the long term, in the future?
Yes, of course. It's my life. It's what I enjoy most. I don't even consider it work, because if you treat it as work, it won't be right. I love hockey. I love the atmosphere, the adrenaline. Right now, I don't see myself anywhere except hockey.
Now, I want to ask you about some other hockey stars. Back in July, actually, of 2008, you had an exclusive interview with RT back in Moscow, and you were asked about the prospects of Alexei Cherepanov, whose life was tragically cut short. And we got this report recently that in the blood of the player was found a drug to stimulate the heart, and this drug was actually, he used it about 3 hours before that match on October 13th, 2008, and this drug is actually listed on the World Anti-Doping Agency list. What do you think about the incident in general, and especially about this report?
На самом деле, я не знаю, что там на самом деле произошло, вот, но...
I don't know what happened there, really, but I feel sorry for him, his family and loved ones. What can we say now? They found evidence of doping or something else. What matters is that a person has died, not just a hockey player, but an individual. It's always very hard for people who lose their relatives. If you look at it from another point of view, it's not just Cherepanov who died this year. Some other lads I grew up and played in one team with have died too.
Is it something that you encounter, this doping problem, a lot in hockey?
Actually, doping in hockey isn't that helpful. It can only stimulate you, but I don't think that a lot of guys are using strong doping or medication. I don't know.
Now on to some lighter topics. What do you do before games? Do you have any rituals, any superstitions?
Of
course. I think every sportsman has his own little hang-ups. Like doing exactly the same thing before every game. For me, it's like Groundhog Day. You wake up, warm up, come back home, have some sleep, wake up and go to the game, play and then go home. But there are some things. For example, I have scissors. I've had them since I played for Dynamo, and I don't give them to anyone. Only I can cut with them.
So do you cut something before a game? Yeah. What do you usually cut?
Hockey tape. You know, the stuff that goes around the stick.
What do you do to celebrate the big wins, all the goals you score?
I'm a very emotional person, and I always share my feelings with fans and the team when I score.
So vodka is never involved?
Sometimes.
What's your favorite kind of vodka?
Smirnoff.
Smirnoff?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah? What's your favorite food? I heard it was pasta, right?
Yeah,
I like pasta and meat. I like sushi. I can eat anything.
What is the craziest thing that a fan has either sent you or done to try to get your attention?
Just recently I got 2 eggs, like for when you cook omelet. I had 2 eggs lying near my house.
Like they cooked it?
Just 2 eggs. They put them near my house.
What was it supposed to mean?
I don't know.
You didn't write back and ask them?
No.
So the world knows Aleksandr Ovechkin as the hockey player, the hockey star. What would you like to tell people that they might not know about you, you know, on a more personal level or something that they might not realize?
They should know that I'm just an ordinary 23-year-old guy. Like everyone, I like to relax and have fun. I like to have parties. It's just that I got a little bit more lucky than the rest.
And what are some of the things you do to relax? I heard you like video games.
Video games are a usual thing when you're with company. I don't know, I like going to nightclubs to dance or watching a movie. Going to a restaurant.
What kind of music?
Dance, hip-hop.
Too bad we don't have any.
I just like to have a bit of boogie.
How is the paparazzi here compared to Moscow?
Thank God that there's no crowd following me wherever I go. But in Moscow, yes. At parties or receptions, there are always people who take your picture. And the photos then appear in magazines with strange stories.
Do you read it? Does it affect you? I mean, it must be pretty hard having Oh, do you do?
I love to read them. I read them and laugh at all the tales.
But it's mostly not true?
Yeah.
Do you find it difficult to have a personal life because of that?
No, it's fine.
Anything else you want to tell our viewers, all of your fans here in the U.S. and Russia?
Ну, приходите, что смотреть.
Well, come to see me in nightclubs if you want to discover what kind of person I am and how I can dance. You can easily see me in restaurants. I don't take advantage of who I am. I live a normal life and don't want to change it.
Кто я есть, я живу обычной нормальной жизнью и не хочу менять ничего.